organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
On this edition of Daily Iowan TV,
protests continue on campus. See how more students get involved in anti-sex assault demonstrations.
And paying more at the store. See why grocery prices have been increasing in Iowa City.
And in sports, Fran McCaffrey bans Twitter.
All that and more next.
Daily Iowan TV is ready to go. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Mary LaPlaca.
And I'm Hannah Thompson.
We begin tonight with continued protests, this time on the Pentecrest. Protests regarding President Sally Mason's comments on sexual assault continue today after initial protests at the President's lecture series Sunday afternoon. Members of rape victims advocacy group Not in My Nature were out on the Pentecrest asking for signatures for their petition to create a no-tolerance policy for students who commit sexual assault.
The primary purpose of the meeting really was for me to listen and be in a position to convey to the president their demands and what it is that they're looking for from the university.
Although the Olympics have come to a close, one club in Cedar Rapids just can't get enough. Daily Iowan TV's Megan Sanchez got a slice from the ice on what's going on. Megan?
Hey guys, Megan Sanchez here at the Cedar Rapids Ice Arena, where the curling club is holding an open house. The Cedar Rapids curlers are fairly new to the area. They began curling in mid-July of last summer. President Lon Pepper is hoping after this year's Olympics, the club will gain popularity. Before I took my turn on the ice, I had to ask a big question. What exactly is curling?
What is curling? It is a 500-year-old sport, started early 1500s in Scotland. You've got 4 people on each team, and there's 16 stones. So each player throws 2 stones. When they're not throwing, they're sweeping, except for the skip, who's kind of calling the shots and the strategy of the game.
I found out the fun way that those stones are not easy to lift.
Standard weight's between 38 and 44 pounds. Standard's about 42.
Oh my gosh. I decided to give the sport a try myself, and I thought it would be easy. And it wasn't. But those at the curling club will be the first to tell you that even if you fall, it's important to get back up. Megan Sanchez, Daily Iowan TV.
The club will continue to hold open houses for the public, and their next one will be this Friday at 6:30 p.m. All are welcome to attend.
A number of bills in the state legislature died on Friday after failing to pass a subcommittee level. Both the decriminalization of and medical use of marijuana failed to achieve approval, as well as an increase in drunk driving penalties. Among bills still alive in the House are the proposed minimum wage increase, the legalization of fireworks, and a bill that would allow police officers to pull over drivers who are texting even without breaking the law.
The Iowa City Police Department conducted alcohol sales compliance checks on Saturday. Plainclothes officers and underage buyers went into 23 Iowa City businesses to attempt to buy alcohol, and every one of them but Colonial Lanes passed the test. Selling alcohol to someone under the age of 21 is a simple misdemeanor that carries a $500 fine. Offenders are also subject to civil penalties from the Iowa Alcohol Beverages Division. Much more still coming your way on Daily Iowan TV.
Left Behind, see what group of students could suffer in the classroom.
In sports, a preview of the rematch between the Hawkeyes and the Gophers.
It looked cold out on that ice rink, but how cold is it going to get this week? Megan Horahan is in our weather studio to give us the forecast. Megan?
Thanks, ladies. Unfortunately, I have some bad news in terms of the upcoming forecast. Frigid temperatures are on their way once again. Tomorrow morning, we'll start off at 9 degrees with partly cloudy skies, and the afternoon will only warm up to 10 degrees. The evening will round out at a freezing cold 1 degree. Those are the highs, but tomorrow's low is a whopping negative 17 degrees. Looking into the rest of the week, we'll see more negative temps on Tuesday and Wednesday with highs reaching no more than 20. Thursday and Friday will get even colder with highs reaching only the teens. Friday, there's a 60% chance for snow as well. The weekend is looking to be cold. Saturday and Sunday will have very low temps. It's a little early to tell, but there's a chance for some Sunday snow. That's all I have for your Monday weather forecast. Stay warm, everyone. Back to you ladies at the desk.
Thanks for that, Megan. It's hard enough begin living on your own financially for the first time as a college student, but local grocery stores confirm this financial burden may increase. Prices of groceries in the Iowa City area have been rising lately, particularly bottled water, milk, toiletries, and meat products. John's grocery store manager, Doug Alberhaski, said this increase may be due to global influences rather than local.
You know that like beef prices and stuff went up considerably because one rancher in Montana lost 10,000 head of cattle due to the cold weather and stuff, and so that actually took the price of beef futures up a lot.
Meat prices went up nearly 50 cents a pound, and store manager says you can expect these prices to stay consistently higher in many places, so be prepared for the next trip to your grocery store.
And now a look beyond Iowa. After making a run on Saturday, Ukraine's president officially has an arrest warrant out for him. Viktor Yanukovych has been accused of killing anti-government protesters. Yanukovych reportedly went to the Black Sea Peninsula, a pro-Russian area. His last public appearance occurred on Saturday in a TV interview where he insisted he was still president and would not leave the country.
Life in prison as a result of gay sex. That's becoming a reality in Uganda. The country's president signed an anti-gay bill to enforce this law. Yoweri Museveni said the bill was needed because the West is, quote, promoting homosexuality in Africa. The bill goes into effect immediately.
One Pakistani Taliban leader and 3 aides are dead after gunmen killed them today near the Afghan border. Officials reported the leader, Azmatullah Shaheen Batani, died in a shooting. It is unclear who is behind the shooting, and so far no one has claimed responsibility.
It's time to think big, or perhaps little. Iowa legislators met in North Liberty Saturday to discuss the need for access to education at a younger age in the United States. The legislators agreed that in order for the country to compete with others like China and Korea, all children need to be in school by the age of 4. Therefore, senators proposed a bill that would provide free pre-kindergarten classes to all 4-year-olds in the state. These classes will be taught voluntarily.
And now for this week's edition of Political Alert, we'll toss it over to our own Reed Chandler. Reed?
No Child Left Behind legislation has caused stricter regulations on elementary and high schools, but there may be one group of students who actually could be left behind. Current legislation on homeschooling does not require parents to report to the state or provide a progress report. Daily Iowan reporter Megan Horahan has the story.
Homeschooling laws vary all across the nation. However, Iowa is among the states that have some of the most relaxed requirements in the country. States such as Pennsylvania and New York have some of the strictest regulation. Iowa, on the other hand, offers independent private instruction, which does not require parents to make any contact to the state. This leaves officials with little information on homeschooling.
I think that the changes that have been made are recent enough that we really don't know what impact there is going to be, and I think we're going to need some time to see how that works.
Stephanie Phillips with the Iowa City Homeschool Assistance Program said in an email, "At the local level, this means a school district no longer can definitively identify all of its homeschooling students or demonstrate their students' academic growth."
I think just about any situation can become a problem at a very small level. There may be a parent or two who is keeping a child out of school for reasons that really aren't in the child's best interest.
Legislation puts responsibility in the parents' hands if they wish to receive help from the school district. If parents do not reach out, it is uncertain if students are getting the help they need to make it to graduation. Megan Horahan, Daily Iowan TV.
Online schools like the Iowa Virtual Academy are other options for families choosing homeschooling. 200 students are already enrolled in this virtual school from around the state. Back to you.
Thanks, Reed, and now we'll hand it over to the ladies in the sports studio for everything you need to know about Black and Gold athletics. Alyssa and Rachel, take it away.
Thanks for that, Mary. Another hoops-packed program on this Monday edition. Alongside Rachel Bedell, I'm Alyssa Bergamini. One of the Big Ten's newest coaches, and a look at Iowa's recent inability to protect the home court, all on schedule.
But we begin tonight with the news of a Twitter ban for Fran McCaffrey's squad. McCaffrey told media this morning that he had his players shut down their Twitter accounts for the remainder of the season. This news comes after a fiery tweet sent out by senior Zach McCabe after the Wisconsin loss. We'll have an extended look at the new team policy tomorrow evening right here and on the inside of the pages of the Daily Iowan.
The team may not be taking to Twitter, but they will be taking the road to Minneapolis for tomorrow's rematch against the Gophers.
The last time these two met up, Iowa was able to battle back from a halftime deficit to down the Gophers 94-73. We caught up with junior forward Aaron White after that W.
Can't overlook Minnesota. They're a great team. Obviously, that's been proven. They've won close games on the road. They took Michigan State to overtime. They beat Ohio State. They came in here and they had our full attention, as they should have.
Following their loss to Iowa, Minnesota head coach Richard Pitino showing McCaffrey some love.
A lot of respect for that basketball team. That's a really good team. Fran is a great coach. They've got the ability to make a deep run at this. I was really, really impressed with them. You really got to give. We didn't play well, certainly, but you have to give Iowa credit. That is a very good team, very balanced, extremely well coached, so they certainly deserve all the credit.
We caught up with junior Andre Hollins in the Windy City back in October at Big Ten Media Day.
We really have improved defensively as a team with the players coming back from last year. Also, we've just been very energetic. We're excited. It's a new brand of basketball, and we're ready to see how it works in the Big Ten.
And we end tonight back at home, where Carver Hawkeye Arena was once the stage of an almost 20-game win streak. But now the Hawks have dropped 3 of their last 4 home games. I took a look at what has gone wrong on the Hawks' home court with only 2 home games left of the season. Last year, the Iowa men's basketball team stacked up their victories at Carver Hawkeye Arena in front of several sold-out crowds and lost only 2 home games throughout their season. But this year, the trouble hits close to home, the trouble actually being home games. After Saturday's matchup against number 16th ranked Wisconsin, the Black and Gold lost for the 3rd time in 4 tries at Carver. The other 2 defeats being Michigan and Ohio State.
You know, we lost to 3 good teams.
So the race to that title championship leaves the Hawkeyes falling behind, especially if they can't compete with other Big Ten teams' home records. Let's take a look. All of them out of 7 home conference games, Nebraska with only 1 loss, Michigan also 1 loss, and Michigan State with 2. The Iowa trio of seniors Devin Marble, Zach McCabe, and Nelson Abasabi must lead their team to more victories in order to stop the repetitive heartbreaks at home.
Just get away from us, and we let a huge opportunity get away, and we still got 3 games. This next week we got 3 games, so we just got to keep fighting. Just think about us. I think just take 1 game at a time.
We want to be able to bounce back and get wins, and not let it be in the current effect.
With 3 experienced seniors on the team, it wasn't enough for the Hawkeyes to pull through against the Badgers. Even with 21 points from Devin Marble, Mel Sabasabi was out sick, and Zach McCabe earned 0 points for the Hawkeyes and missed the last shot of the game. The Hawkeyes will take on Minnesota this Tuesday on the road, hoping to break their losing streak. Inside Carver Hawkeye Arena, Alyssa Bergamini, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
That'll do it for our Monday edition of the program. Be sure to tune in tomorrow where we'll have more about McCaffrey's Twitter ban. Mary and Hannah, back to you at the desk.
Thanks, ladies. Only with Daily Iowan TV can you get a sneak peek into tomorrow's pages of the Daily Iowan.
Texting and driving, read more about a bill that could cost texting drivers.
And see why the Women's Resource and Action Center is hiring more employees. And before we leave you tonight, check this out. A popular horror film is beginning to become a reality in Iowa.
That's right. Reverend David Fleming of Urbandale is one of 50 U.S. priests chosen to train the rites of exorcism. Fleming was named the official exorcist of the Diocese of Des Moines and will train for the next 2 years. Talk about life in the movies becoming a reality.
Well, that's your latest edition of Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to check us out at the same time tomorrow or anytime online at dailyiowan.com.
Thanks for watching and have a great night.
Iowa SJMC.
Want a major that'll take you somewhere?